Who on Backpage had they're like getting ready to do the a presentation and they had Hyperlean and a big thing of coffee. It's like
on Backpage. Oh, the SOE Backpage. I'm like,
not Backpages.
He's thinking
Not Craigslist.
Craigslist Backpage, which
Not the good Backpage.
doesn't exist anymore.
Not the good Backpage.
And shut it all down.
I think that's just
Now I
about
guess you'll just have
prostitution.
to go to Grindr.
Huh?
You think that was all just about prostitution?
Okay, for the people, because here's the problem. The problem with every problem, they are layers. They are layers. So, was Backpage and Craigslist singles hookup a means to get prostitution? Of course it was.
Oh hell yeah!
So, what's the problem with prostitution?
No taxes paid.
No taxes paid.
The biggest crime of all.
No taxes paid. I mean, I'm not trying to make light of it. There are plenty of people in that industry who are forced to be in the place that they are. But when they were closing down Backpage, you had women out on the streets protesting them closing Backpage because it was the means of financial stability for them. I don't know. I say it's probably for the best. Probably better for those. Probably better for those girls, but I also think that the state,
accidental prostitution. Now I heard better for those girls.
yeah, the state should, or the states should figure out a way to decriminalize it and make it legal.
Prostitution.
Yeah, so that the people that want to do it can do it, and that the girls aren't victimized. The only reason why they're victimized is the same reason why El Chapo was a billionaire, because
Black market.
it's black marketing it.
Yeah.
You're still gonna have a black market even if they legalize it.
Well, yeah, you'll have a black market of people who want little girls, but
I don't even mean little girls. They're gonna.
I don't know.
I say two fucking consenting adults. All the people screaming, we gotta make this illegal for the kids. I don't think that's the root behind it.
I think they're just trying to shut it down because they can't fucking tax it.
Or they just don't like it. If you don't like it, don't fucking look at it. But, the root of it was the IRS behind it.
Well, I think there's some good people that are trying to stop trafficking of women.
Mm-hmm.
But once again,
You believe trafficking of... Okay, so they closed down... What is it? Is it Backpage?
Backpage,
Backpage
Craigslist.
and the
Craigslist, private meetups or whatever is gone, right?
They don't advertise any of that anymore.
You believe that? You believe that really fucking cut out any
It
fucking...
didn't do a damn thing to it.
Right. All it did is fucking make people that want to fuck or prostitutes who are fucking getting paid to fuck, all it did is harm them. It didn't affect the fucking child slavery trade in any way whatsoever. How many people were going on there and finding fucking kids on there?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe there was some code word for, hey, this is an underage kid here.
Well, I can't remember his name. Who's the guy that was...
Podesta?
No, the dude that everybody was afraid of. Everybody that was afraid to meet in the kitchen.
Oh.
To catch a child
Dateline,
predator,
yeah.
Dateline. All those motherfuckers were meeting girls on Backpage.
Fuck. Who was that?
What was his name?
Yeah, but come on, he was the motherfucker running the ad for the underage minor. It was adults showing up, but that's entrapment at the least.
Yeah. But none of those dudes get off on entrapment. None of them.
No. Right. I have no clue. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm saying,
Chris Matthews. I think
if you want to go fucking,
Chris Hansen?
if you want to go meet some chick and fucking pay her whatever it costs to fuck her, that's what that wasn't about fucking kids.
Chris Hansen. You don't want to have Chris Hansen in your kitchen.
Chris Hansen.
Is that the predator guy?
Yeah. To catch a predator.
And those guys would always bring stupid shit too. It'd be like, "What's in the bag? Cookies." Just they'd always bring some stupid shit.
Cookies and condoms.
Yeah, cookies and condoms, 2 strawberry Smirnoff ices, just stupid stuff. Oh man! And then Chris would be like, "All right, you're free to go," or he'd be like, "Yeah, the interview's done," and they'd be like, everybody would do the same thing. He'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna sneak out of here," and then the cops would be out there
Waiting in the bushes.
waiting.
Do you think that's just real?
Oh yeah, I believe it's 100% real.
I think it's real.
It's 100% real. We are sexually driven. I mean, we might not be now that we're older. I believe it tapers off, but you know, between the ages of 15 to 30, that's the #1 drive. It's the only reason why we have cars with super rims.
That's not the question. I mean, do you think that TV show is real?
Oh yeah, I bet it's real. Yeah,
I think it was.
I'll bet it's real because like they'll do. He does a show, and I mean, I do not believe it's still on. It may very well be, Chris. I'm sorry if it is. If it's still on. But they'll do a show in LA, or, you know, they'll do a major metropolitan city, and they will have dudes stacked up to get into those houses. Like, stacked up like airplanes.
It's usually a bunch of
Well, it's actually a girl. They have an actual girl that's typing these ads, and it usually starts in some sort of like
Chat.
yeah, it's a chat room, but it's not like hey, chat room for sex. It's like, you know, teenage girls who want to know about their period, or it's usually some just non-sexual chat room.
That's a weird place.
And the guys will chat them up and get them to go to private. I'm assuming. Sorry, Chris, if this is wrong. But get them to go to private messages, and once they get to private messages, then that's when everything changes. I don't believe that the girls, or that the people who are typing the messages in response, I don't believe they ever are like, hey, you want to come have sex?
Yeah,
I believe they're like, oh, you're so nice to me, and you know
I'm a 14-year-old girl. Like,
yeah, they make it all clear.
All right, well then fucking that goes to jail. But they're not finding them motherfuckers on Craigslist, is what I'm saying.
Well,
or
I'm just saying
Backpage. They blanketed all that shit in the guise of the other. That was never about fucking protecting kids.
Well, I mean, it was ultimately to stop trafficking. So it was ultimately to stop Chef from grabbing his hose and moving them across state lines.
She said she's 18.
And running them in Nashville. So it made it easier for dudes that had girls to run them in every city in the United States, because you would just go there, hit your ad, boom, and dudes would start showing up at the hotel. That's really why they killed it.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure there's some
that sounds a little different.
there's some taxation in there, but
That sounds a little different.
I mean, that's why I was saying they really should just make it. You really should just make it legal, guys.
So it puts the prostitute back on the fucking street corner.
Yeah, basically, now it just makes it, you know, well, this is what I would say. This is what I would say about Craigslist and Backpage.
I'm sure there's already fucking 5,000 things they've taken out. I'm sure by killing those big ones, by killing those 2 major players, it probably made it even harder for law enforcement to monitor it. Because they're in fucking 5,000 little individual places.
Yeah.
I know of an individual back in California
I know who we're talking about.
who uses the service of women all the time.
Okay.
And they actually have sites where
They ranked the actual chick.
Yeah, where Chef-
she was a cop.
Chef goes,
Yeah, she did
when
what
he's
she
done,
said.
he ranks her, and you know, this is what happens, this is where it's at, blah blah blah. This is what she really looks like.
Hot or not.
Yeah, so you can actually
A review.
Yeah, you can actually review the person you're going to see before you go see them. Now, it appeared, once again, I don't know the girls, but it appeared that the girls that were on these particular sites were doing it for their own benefit. Meaning, it did not appear that
Right.
that they were giving money to somebody else. It appeared that they were doing it for their own benefit because a lot of the times you would be going directly to the person's house. So
That's fucking sketchy, man.
Or meeting at a Starbucks or whatever.
yeah, so it appeared that they were doing, but I mean, there are sites where you can, but this was shit. He showed me that shit before I even moved out here. Well, Craigslist and all that was banging. What I think is when Craigslist and Backpage made the hookup so easy, right? When they made it so easy to advertise that instead of instead of those people being in the lower class communities, not class, but lower communities, like in the poor or low middle class communities, once you started advertising it that way, you started getting in the areas. You're now in hotels and stuff where soccer moms are going, and once the soccer moms get involved with it, you got to shut it down.
I think a lot of it is soccer moms.
Yeah, you just got to shut it down.
No, I mean, I think there's a lot of soccer moms out fucking while dudes at work or vice versa.
Gotta make that money.
There's still fucking tons of websites for that shit. They only shut it down on what, Craigslist and the other one. Fucking all
Well,
those,
yeah, Craigslist and Backpage, but
all
I
your
think
dating sites are still fucking up and running.
I think the reason why they shut it down, shut those two down though, is because it just brought it into the mainstream. And once you bring something into the mainstream,
Too brazen about it.
Yeah, if the soccer moms, if the Bel Air ladies decide they don't want, then you're going to get that shit closed down. It's kind of like why Prohibition happened.
That's exactly where I was going.
Yeah, Prohibition,
it's your
alcohol Prohibition happened because
your little church grandma
of women. They didn't want all the World War I soldiers to come back and be all rowdy with their drinking.